round of presenters. She, Karina Matlow, on top of being a hot rod rock and roll BSA lightning riding gorgeous chick, is the co-founder of the Motorcycle Music Festival. With her, a 14 international award-winning movie producer, producer of over 20 television shows. He's worked with the likes of Grace Slick and Peter Frampton. I bring you the one, the only, the motorcycle traveling man himself, the one, the incomparable, Peter Starr! Thank you.
Boy, where do you go to school to learn how to do that? That's what I want to know.
But I failed.
When I grew up in England, we used to watch American wrestling. And the guy that did the announcing for the American wrestling, I always remember there was an American wrestler called Ricky Starr. I always remember that. That's not what I got the name from, but that's Ricky Starr. And the guy that he used to have was an American, came over and introduced him, and Ricky Starr was a ballet dancer too. Was just like that. So he must have gone to the Ricky Starr School of Announcing, I think. You know. Corrine, good to be with you and back in New York again.
I know. This is great.
The two of us had a wonderful time, along with some others, in the New York Motorcycle Film Festival that I was so kindly invited to be one of the judges of. And it was just an amazingly wonderful experience. And unfortunately, Jack can't be here with us today, Jack Drury, who is the other person that was intimately involved with the gathering of all of these movies and putting them on in New York for everybody to come and see. In fact, I think it was really successful, and so successful, tell them what happened next.
Yeah, so we're in our second year of founding the Motorcycle Film Festival, which is international, modern-made motorcycle movies from around the world. And we put together a panel last year of 5 judges, and this year of 12 that Peter Starr was one of, and watched 82 movies, narrowed it down to 31, screened them all. There's a couple of filmmakers here from had films in, and chose the winners, and now we're going on the road. So it'll be in cities across the world this year.
And what we're waiting for next year is actually for someone to do Debbie Does Dallas on a Harley. We're waiting for that one to come up, because we know somewhere that's going to come up, you know.
And where do we fit that in?
That's right. We don't have a category for that yet. But what was intriguing to me as a filmmaker was the wide diversity of subject matter. That we had one film that turned out to be the best of the show, and it was called Somewhere Else Tomorrow. Yep. And the thing that's important about filmmaking, both as a filmmaker and as a judge, is you ask yourself, where is the story? That's the big issue. Where is the story? And that was an issue for us with these particular films, except for this particular one. Tell them a little bit more about that film.
Somewhere Else Tomorrow is Daniel Rintz, and he started going around the world on a motorcycle and didn't come back. So he's
Paul,
still
I'm
on the road.
Call me back.
And along the way, he found his now wife, and they went home to get married, spent a little bit of time, and now they're back on the road again. So
I didn't hear a word you said.
It's okay.
I thought it might. I'm expecting a Taiwanese gentleman to come here today who is a 777 captain. He's on layover. And he was one of my riding buddies in Taiwan that I'm going to be talking about on the Eagle Rider stage at 5:30 tonight. I thought that was him waiting outside to get in. It turned out it wasn't.
So it's a good thing we don't have to go run and get him now.
Well, this is a running gag. But yeah, 5:30 tonight, I'm going to talk about my rides in Taiwan. This morning I talked about my ride around Romania. It's kind of what I do, and the articles are in Motorcyclist magazine. They're all coming out in my book in June. But so I expect to see all of you at 5:30 at the Eagle Rider stage.
Absolutely.
And, tell us about Django, because that was a film that I found it hard to get into. I was one of the judges that was sort of off kilter to some of the others in the way I look at films and the way I judge them.
Yeah.
And Django was one of those things that I just didn't get, but everybody else did, and it did well, I think.
Django was interesting because it ended up winning our experimental category, and it's actually a music video, but it's the subject of it is a family of stunt riders who do the Wall of Death in India. So it's really just them doing the Wall of Death and talking about what it's like to be a stunt rider, to an amazing soundtrack for the band. So.
Should we show that film to them now?
Yeah, let's do it.
We're going to show you Django. It's one of the films that was in the New York Motorcycle Film Festival. And we've got one other to show later. And I've just bought another film from Taiwan, which we're going to tack on at the end of our little 30-minute piece here.
Yep.
So, JT, if you're back there, if you can give us the...
Django.
Django, thank you.
Oh, there we watch it.
सभी डर तो सभी भी लगा रहता है, सबकी वाइफ लगा रहता है, बस वही ऊपर वाले के भरोसे से। आपको इतना बताना पड़ेगा कि दिल और दिमाग जो आपके पास है उसको एक साइड कर दीजिए और ताकतवर दिल रखिए अपने अंदर। ना बिल्कुल डर नहीं। यहाँ मरेंगे तो मरेंगे, जब मरेंगे घर रहेंगे तो भी मरेंगे, एक दिन तो ऐसा आएगा कि मरेंगे जरूर। अब तो बस एक ही बात दिमाग में रहती, मरना तो है ही।
वहाँ चलाएंगे कलाकार मार देगा वहाँ जो पानी का
हम जाता हूँ 2-4 लड़की मतलब पकड़ कर लेते हैं, कहती है आप इतना अच्छा काम करते हो, आप मेरे लिए हीरो। सभी काम खतरे का होता है, सभी आदमी रोड पे चलते हैं तो सभी कोई खतरनाक काम करते हैं, जिंदगी मुश्किल होती है, जितने कर सकते। मुझे नहीं लगता मैं हीरो हूँ, जो देखती है मेरे को बस जाते हैं उनको लगता है मैं हीरो हूँ। नहीं है, हमारे लिए तो है ही है ना, किधर को भी निकाल कर हमारे जो भी लोग हम रिलीज होने के लिए आ गए ना, कोई होता है नहीं हमारा ये अपना 2-4 कोई झूला वूला है नहीं, झूले आदमी चला गया यहाँ जिंदगी में सुन।
तो है, आपको खुद दिख रहा है, इसमें कोई शो नहीं है, खतरनाक तो है ही, डेंजरस तो है ही, डेंजरस तो है।
Well, let me tell you, I spent 9 years as a stunt rider in Hollywood. I've seen me in films like Batman and Robin, Apollo 13, Ed TV, and just a string of things. And I got paid good money to do things that were a lot less dangerous than that, and they got paid zip to do that. Well, they make a living. They get a bowl of rice, I guess, for that kind of stuff. And I know how dangerous that really is. So I was impressed with what they did. I just wasn't terribly impressed, as I told them, with the filmmaking side of things. But I got voted out, and it did get an award, didn't it?
Well, and this is one of the things I'm most proud of with the film festival is it's not me picking the movies or Jack. It's a panel of 12 people from, who are all influential in the motorcycle and film and art worlds, and let you guys hammer it out in phone calls. I just got to listen and put my 2 cents in a bit, but you're coming from a completely different place than Paul Cox or Paul Orleans and all these people, and to have everyone talking and in some way coming to a conclusion at the end of what deserved to win in each category was mind-blowing to see. I wish everyone else could have seen that.
Yeah. Now, the New York Motorcycle Film Festival is going on the road. It's going to Los Angeles, Austin, I think. Then you're going to France and maybe the UK, England. Tell us about how it's going to expand.
Well, the film festival was founded by me and my friend Jack, we've both been involved in the New York motorcycle community for a long time, and for us that's what it is. So it's watching these movies in the theater with the people who made them, who ride motorcycles, and who this is their life. And it's amazing to see a movie with Dave Roper sitting next to you and, amazing racers and riders and watch their reaction to it. So we just realized that it can't just happen in New York. It has to happen for every community everywhere. So we're going to go to pretty much every city across the year.
Well, that's a lot of cities to go across. There's only one Dave Roper. You're going to ship Dave Roper from town.
If I could take Dave Roper everywhere with us, I would.
Well, he's Roper. I don't know if you know anybody who does not know who Dave Roper is. Oh, Mr. Roper, there you are. No, no, just joking. Dave Roper is one of these. I don't want to call him old because we're about the same age, I think. But I certainly don't look at me as being old. But he's one of the most amazing guys. And his ability not only to ride a motorcycle, but to continue against all odds. The Isle of Man TT and all kinds of places.
First American to win.
Yeah, first American. And there's only been 2. I think the electric bike guy was the only other one.
Exactly,
yeah. So it's the only, really the only American to win a real
motorcycle race, yes.
Yeah, because I don't yet categorize the electric TTs as being real. 1 lap is not enough, and those batteries can only last 1 lap. The other film that you brought along, tell me about that.
Yeah, so the second film is a documentary. It's a short. Most of the films in this year's festival were documentary, and we're really hoping someone makes a narrative this year. It's long overdue. So this is about a bike, it's by Scott Pommier, and it's about a bike builder named Tom Fugel, he's been building bikes for 40, 50 years. He's a really interesting character. You'd never notice him. His bikes have been at the Brooklyn Invitational. He's in Japan right now for Moon Eyes, and you'd probably walk past him on the street. But he's building incredibly amazing, interesting bikes. And so this was just sort of a quick 3-minute look at his life. So if we can play Tom Fugel.
Riding a motorcycle, that doesn't really interest me. Anybody can go out and buy a motorcycle, but chopper, you build it, you're riding it, you're showing your artwork everywhere you go. I know how old I am, but my subconscious don't know. 27 is what I feel like I am most of the time. Some days I feel like I'm 127. My name is Tomas Jerome Fugel, but better known as Tom.
My name is Jenny DeCora, and I'm Tom Fugel's old lady. Friend, companion, nurse, bitch. Basically all of that, and his lover, This chopper he's building now, He's building it for Born 3-6. It's already blowing minds.
You know, it's like you're either born with it or you're not. You know, I don't know why, but you either got that talent or you don't have it. I mean, you know, you can show somebody how to use a paintbrush, but you can't teach them how to paint a picture. The fact that I had to get this bike done, I just kept working on this because I wanted to keep my word out that I was going to be there, and I knew what I had to do. It's got ducktail back, no center post, the oil tanks in the fender, and the colors are my new paint that I invented. It's called Iridescent Multispectral, and it took me a while to remember that name.
When you tell Tom he can't do something, he's going to show you he can, and he's going to find a way. He engineers things to make them work. The stubbornness gives him that drive, but at the same time, it can set him back. He's dedicating and sacrificing his own well-being for this show. Sometimes he hopes he's going to be able to finish it. And I said, what do you mean by that? You're not trying to say you're going to die, are you? And he goes, some days he feels like it. And I even told him that, you know, fuck that bike, it ain't that important. I'd rather have you than the bike. But to him, he'd rather show the world his talent.
No, we can talk a little bit more about, you know.
He didn't really realize what people think of his work or his style. I'm like, wow, look, there's pictures of you in Japan, Italy, Australia, Sweden. And they started showing him what he is, that he's a legend. I seen the sparkle in his eye and his spirit came back.
It made me feel like I didn't waste my whole life doing something that would be forgotten.
I think he reminds me, do you know who Terry Bradshaw is? Mm-hmm. Football player? If Terry Bradshaw grew a beard, he'd look like that, I think, actually.
So that was a film there were several like that in the festival, and it's just a great way to get an intimate look at somebody's life through film. And you know, it crosses over from every kind of rider, whether you like his bike or not. He's been doing it for forever, and he's a man you'd never have seen his story. So it was kind of cool to bring that to everybody, and now people are starting to find out about him. There's a new movie by Michael Schmidt called Going to Fugle, where they rode motorcycles, choppers, across the country to go visit him, and sort of went through the way he lives his life a little bit, which is coming out soon.
Tell us about how people can get involved with the festival and how can they learn about when it's coming up and so on.
Motorcyclefilmfestival.com. We're everywhere now. We're going every city, so it's not just New York. It's the Motorcycle Film Festival. We put everything on there. There's Facebook and Instagram, but really it's just, you know, find it through the films. It's easy to find that way. Yeah.
That's it. And people can enter their film if you're a filmmaker.
Submissions actually is opening January 1st. So if you have a new movie or you know of one, we'll be posting that, and the submission goes till about May, and then we'll always set the films for that year in September in New York, and then take them on the road. So, and I wanted to say there's a lot of people here who are involved with Film Festival, and it's because it's the community that really runs this. It's not just me and Jack and the judges. So thank you guys for being here and doing that. But They all work their asses off. And so we wanted to show you before we leave a recap of what we did in New York this year that kind of gives you an idea of what the film festival is like for, you know, riders by riders.
We've actually got 2 short films to show you. And so let's show yours first, and then we'll show one that I brought along that you might enjoy that's a little different.
I want to see it. So if we can play the recap video.
The whole goal of the festival is to give everybody around the world a chance to kind of see the best that we have to offer as a community, to bring all of us together no matter where you're from and what kind of movies you like and what kind of bikes you ride.
It's not the motorcycles, it's the people riding the motorcycles and the stories of it. The motorcycles is integral, but it's just sort of it's a way to get to the people's stories, and it's brilliant to watch.
Yeah, we've got an incredible film tonight. Our filmmaker Peter Starr is right here. Thank you, Peter.
So pick your hero. Who would you like to film? Was it Valentino Rossi, Mark Marquez? Who would you like to spend some intimate time with, kind of thing, and film them? Wasn't that great?
So that's pretty much what it's like to see the Motorcycle Film Festival in any city.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm really proud to be asked to be. Can't even talk now. The memories are great. We're so proud to have been asked to judge that festival, and it was just a really great experience. I need to thank you for that, and Jack.
Thank you. It wouldn't be the way it was without the judges.
Well,
thank you.
We're superfluous to the organizers.
Questions?
These are the people. Which one?
Oh, say it again. Yeah.
Peter made an incredible movie that I've been involved with motorcycles for, I'm going to be 50 my next birthday, so I don't know, 30 plus of those years. Like most people, On Any Sunday was like my holy grail. I'm a road racer, so to me, On Any Sunday was mostly dirt with a little bit of road. Peter made a film that is mostly road with a little bit of dirt that in my mind, it is my new gold standard, and I don't say that lightly. On Any Sunday was my benchmark. Your movie goes so beyond. For me personally, this is not anyway, because I gotta be careful here. But if it were not for the film festival, I would have gone my life and never saw that film. After the film festival, I went on your website and bought the DVD, and I'm back on the website because that's the Christmas gift to all of the people that I know that love motorcycles as much as I do.
That's awesome.
So not only do you see incredible movies, you see incredible movies you may otherwise never have known anything about. And so I just want to say thank you and thank you, because it's extraordinary, really.
I really appreciate that. Thanks very much. I've got a couple of things I'd like to say, and thank you so much for that. Next year, if I'm invited back, we'll show a different movie next year as an opening thing, a non-competitive movie. Now, at 5:30, I'm going to talk about my tours around Taiwan. What got me into Taiwan was a movie, and it was a quick 4-minute movie about some old guys that rode around the island of Taiwan. I literally brought tears to my eyes and a lump in my throat. At the end of it, I said, I've got to ride with those guys. And I did, and I've now ridden with them 3 times, and I've taken Americans back to Taiwan to ride with these old guys. But I want to show you this film because this is what got me started going to Taiwan. It got me organizing and understanding that old people need to ride and old people need to go because it's good for your hand-eye coordination as you get older. Don't stop riding. What's the old line? I didn't get old because I stopped riding. I don't know what the line was, but it was one of those things. So we've got to show you this one real quick. JT, if you can get it up there. Watch this carefully. It's heart-rendering.
人为什么活着？为了思念，为了活下去，为了活更长，还是为了离开？
去骑摩托车吧！
5个台湾人，平均年龄81岁，1个重听，1个得了癌症。3个有心脏病，每一个都有退化性关节炎。6个月的准备，环岛13天。1139公里，从北到南，从黑夜到白天，只为了一个简单的理由。人为什么要活着？
Well, I've been called the encyclopedia of motorcycle movies, and I'd never seen that one before. So
Well,
thanks.
that got me to go to Taiwan. I know we're going to be dragged off the stage with a hook in any moment, but I want to tell you really quick. Those were actors. There were actually 17 guys went around the island together. Because of their age, they couldn't ride big bikes. One of those guys was 92 when he did it. He didn't get a car driving license till he was 70, and he was 83 when he learned to ride a motorcycle. So there's no excuse. Get out and do it. Right?
Very good, man. I tell you, thank you guys so much, man.
Thank you.
Great information. I'm excited. You know, I thought this was going to be the old, boring Peter Starr thing, and then she's no, it's great. This was a great surprise for me because I didn't realize we were going to get this treat. So what a treat. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. 5:30, Eagle Rider for the Taiwan story.
There you go. All right.
Thanks, guys.